thanks for joining me on this introduction to the challenge to scrapbook 100 photos in one evening. Now I just want to preface this and let you know that this was not my idea. This was actually published in a 2011 scrapbooking magazine, Creative Keepsakes, and it was just one of those articles that I had folded over and said I wanted to try, and now almost 5 years later I'm finally going to do it. So I wanted to include you in this process so that you can see if I can do it, and maybe you'll be inspired to give it a try and see if you could also scrapbook 100 photos in one evening. So I just wanted to give you an introduction to the challenge. One evening I'm going to assume is about 6 to 8 hours, so I'm going to cut it right in the middle and say 7 hours. So my challenge is to scrapbook 100 photos in 7 hours. Now the article gave some specific tips and suggestions of how to get this preparation done. I did not follow it exactly as they said. So I had photos already printed from 2011, 12, and 13. And these are the photos that I want to try to tackle and get them in albums and out of the box. So my photos were already printed. Most of them are 4x6. No photo editing done back then. I didn't really know that much about it. And so I'm pretty limited in layouts and things that I can do with 4x6s. But I'm up for the challenge. So I have basic supplies. I chose neutrals from my stash. I'm not buying anything new. I'm trying to use up my stash. So I picked neutral colors because all of my photos are, like I said, covering a variety of different events, and they're in different places, different lighting, different colors, all sorts of things. And so I wanted to keep my products neutral so that hopefully I can just pull from this kit and it will go with any photos. So I'm sticking with neutrals. But if you do have a particular theme that you are working on, of course, pick supplies that will go with that theme. And so that will make your selection process easier, faster, and you will most likely get more photos down on your pages a lot quicker. So in addition to that, I do have a sketch. I chose 6 sketches to use that will help me get as many photos as I can on one page that I think, especially with 4x6s, and with simple layouts that I liked, clean and simple lines. I don't follow these sketches exactly because that's not how I work. I just use them as a guide. So I didn't pre-cut anything, pre-measure anything, none of that. I just have a bunch of 12x12 sheets in a little iris container with all of my supplies that I think are neutral to go with it. So I have my black, gray, white alphas, plain white, gray, and craft colored cardstock. So again, those kind of basics and neutrals are together in a little kit I put together in my iris container. So that's all the prep work I've done, and so I hope you will join me in this challenge. I will be breaking up my one evening into different sessions. There's just no way I realistically would have a 7-hour chunk of time to scrapbook. I would love it, but I just realistically cannot do that. So I will be sharing my videos in different chunks as a series so that you can see what I got done in each session. And then we'll see if I get 100 photos done or down in a page in one evening or 7 hours. So I hope you are inspired to give this a try and maybe do it yourself. And if anything, I just hope you will join me on this challenge and see how well I do. Pop on over to my blog. I'll put a link below, and so you can get the exact instructions or suggestions from the article. I typed them up there on my blog post, and you'll see the supplies as well that I've chosen to use, and so you actually get to see my starting point, basically. So go ahead and hop over to my blog and check that out, and then I just hope that you will subscribe and join me as I do this challenge. So I will see you in the next video as we get some scrapbooking pages done. Thanks. Bye.